Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are back outside in the great outdoors in front of some beautiful red and violet and purple flowers that are blooming behind me. I thought this would be a perfect spot to do some videos because as the old saying goes, April showers bring May flowers. Here's some flowers for you guys. But today guys, we are going to be talking about what makes a game GG, what makes a game be a good game. Now, at the beginning or end of every duel, you usually say good luck, have fun to your opponent, or you always say at the end, good game. You grab their hand and you shake their hand. It's kind of like I guess you could compare it to like a code of honor, a code of conduct. It's one of those unwritten rules in Yu-Gi-Oh where it's kind of, it's an honor thing, I guess you could say. Good, yeah, that was a good game, man. That was a fun game. But I find that in today's game, and talking through my friends and people I know, and talking about this topic for many years, the game has changed a lot, and games nowadays can end in 3 to 4 turns depending upon what deck you're playing, and it doesn't feel satisfying. It doesn't feel like it's a good game, quote unquote. What really gets my goat and what really makes me get upset when somebody says good game and extends their hand to me is when they're playing a deck like Exodia, for example. Though I love Exodia, I mean, I've had it before where some people be like, good game, man, and I'm like, you played freaking Exodia. You didn't interact with me at all. You just drew a whole bunch of cards. That's all you did. That's not a good game. Or, you know, Burn or Chain Burn. It just doesn't feel like a good game. It doesn't feel, granted, I don't have nothing against those decks. I love Exodia, but I'm just saying it doesn't feel satisfying to you. It doesn't feel like it was a good game, and it feels like an insult when they put their hand out to you and say good game. So what really makes a good game? I mean, in today's game, like I said, games end so quickly, it doesn't feel like it's a good game. Even when your opponent, you may just do it, shake their hand and say, yeah, good game. But when do you really mean it? And you say to your opponent, good game, that was a really good game, man, I mean it. And it's really hard to define that. I feel like sometimes in talking through my friends and talking with other people that what really makes a good game is a couple of aspects. It's a back and forth type of duel. You're going blow for blow, punch for punch with your opponent. He makes his big push, you counterattack, you push him back, then he comes back at you, and then you come back, and then you both have raced it, maybe both of your resources, and you go into top decking mode. Those are the best duels I've ever had fun with, or like I've always considered to my opponent and shook their hand and said, that was a good game, man. Where it's going back and forth. It's a back and forth, like a pendulum type of swing. It's going, you know, you make your move, he makes his move. Both of your decks have exhausted their resources, and now you're top decking for the win. You know, you draw a trap, you set the trap. You draw a monster, you poke for, you know, 1,000, you know, damage, and he draws, and then he runs over your monster, and then you draw, and then you try to run over that monster. It's just back and forth, blow for blow, and you're just top decking for the win. And you're just like, oh gosh, I hope my deck holds out, you know, give me some of your last good resources so I can use them. And that feels like a good game to me. And that's what I've always said to my opponent, good game, because that is a type of duel that could go either way. It's when you're in top decking mode, it can go either way really. It just depends who gets the better cards first. Another aspect I feel like is a good game is kind of like what I just touched on, is when a duel goes back and forth. It's like, not Manio versus Pacquiao, but well, Merriweather versus Pacquiao, excuse me. It's when you're running around, but it's more of a kind of boxing type of match, I guess you could say. You're going blow for blow with your opponent. What I mean by that, you pretty much, both of you guys are, you know, you make your move, he blocks your move, then he counterattacks you, then you attack again, and then he counterattacks you, then you make, it's a back and forth type of duel, where it pretty much becomes anybody's game. And those type of duels, I personally feel like, are when a game is GG. In talking through my friends, that's what makes a game good. It makes the game feel like it's satisfying. You enjoyed it to some extent. It felt like it was an even match. It wasn't just one-sided, blow out your opponent extends hand and says good game, where you're left with this feeling of it's not a good game. So that is my opinion on what makes a game a good game. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to that, but that's pretty much what I've talked about through friends throughout the years, and what we've come to agreement upon. Is there's different, it kind of feels insulting when the game just may end, you know, so quickly that you don't know what the heck happened, and you pretty much like, The game ended already? What? And the opponent extends their hand, and it feels kind of insulting when they do that. It's like, that wasn't really a good game, man. That was just you blowing me out. You know, it doesn't feel good. But when it's a back and forth type of duel, that is when I feel like it's a good game. So I know I kind of repeated myself there saying that, but that's what I come to conclusion with throughout playing this game for a long time. So tell me down below in the comment section, guys, what do you feel like makes a game a good game? When do you extend your hand to your opponent and say, dude, that was a really awesome game. That was a good game. When do you do that? When do you feel like the game is actually a good game and in a good game? And until next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. I'll see all of you guys next time. And Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here, guys. Till next time. Good luck dueling to you all. And remember, always say GG to your opponent when it's a good game. A really good game. Take care, everybody.